Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 14 of the WCW My Son the Traitor series. Today's episode, we've got the Go Home show, as you can probably tell by the title, and it's going to be a big Go Home show because we're gonna put Shane McMahon, our character, into the main event of a Nitro. I feel like is something we haven't really done before, so I'm interested to see how it goes. I'm going to advance to the show anyway. Chris Benoit looks probably like one of the best wrestlers in the world there. But yeah, we're going to be doing a main event of Shane McMahon, Booker T taking on Lance Storm and Dustin Rhodes. So I think all in all, that's going to be a pretty good main event. And I think realistically, I know who I'm going to give the win to. And it's all going to make sense at the pay-per-view. So, yeah. Stick around for that. This is going to be I think it's going to be a really good show overall for this go home. And I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view itself, sort of the payoff for everything that we've been building over these last, few weeks. I mean, we're in August now, so we're getting pretty close to the end of the year. And obviously, we got Starrcade at the end of the year as well. Jericho winning the WWF title at SummerSlam there, defeating Stone Cold in a ladder match. Undertaker defeating Kane and Kurt Angle in a cage. And then Triple H defeating Benoit and Regal for the Intercontinental title there. Rock defeating Big Show gets a 95. Interesting. Yeah, Edge defeating Haku. Eddie Guerrero defeating Haku. All right, let's just get into it because I've got a few little plans, at least for some of our main storylines. Dustin brought before Wrestlers Court. Positive impact from Arn Anderson there. Hennig passing on tips on microphone to his protege Johnny the Bull, and passing on psychology to his protege Lash LaRue. Good stuff. I like it. I think we're in the Southeast last time. So let's just go to... We'll go to the Mid-Atlantic. We're looking for about 9,000 seater arena. I mean, I think that's the one I did last time, the Cumberland County Crown Center. Go Florence. Let's go Florence. I don't think there's anything else that's really sort of around that level. Hampton Coliseum's pretty good. North Charleston Coliseum. We'll go with that because then it gives us the room to get as many fans in as possible. All right. We'll go main event first. Let's go with Booker and Shane McMahon. And like I said, they're going to be taking on the team of Lance Storm. Where is he? L for Lance. Lance Storm and Dustin Rhodes. So we'll give that one 16 minutes as well. It is the main event. It is going to finish the show. And surprisingly, the winner is going to be Shane McMahon with Lance losing. And it's a bit of a weird one to do because it makes Lance look not as strong. But at the same time, he's got the popularity, if that makes sense. And yeah, I don't really want Dustin losing straight off the rip like that. And I can always set up a little storyline between these two going into next month if I really want to. That's my thought process behind it anyway. So Shane is going to struggle with a script to follow. Without a script to follow, sorry. So we can't call that match, but that's perfectly fine. That one will be scripted. We'll have an angle prior to the match with Booker and Lance. We'll do both rated on entertainment. I know we can't we can't script the promo. I'm hoping that Lance will do pretty well, despite not having a script to follow. We'll do another angle for like Shane and Dustin earlier in the show. But that's the gist of the main event right there. As far as another match is concerned, we did sort of book this one as a result of last week's main event. And that's going to be Rob Van Dam taking on Canyon in a rematch for the United States title. Just to put it into perspective, Rob's got about 49 popularity. And Canyon's got about 60, 61-ish. So it's very close. It's about 10 points, more or less. I'm going to give him 10 minutes as well. And this one is going to finish a draw. And I want it to essentially be a double DQ finish. So, and in a double DQ, and then we're going to have interference on Canyon. We'll have it on Rob Van Dam from Stasiak, first and foremost. And then, yeah, we'll chuck it in as well, because it's going to be a double DQ. So let's do an interference on Canyon by Diamond Dallas Page as well. It works. And then I want to have Canyon cutting a promo on Rob and on DDP, but we'll have DDP be off screen. So it'll essentially be Canyon pre-match with Rob in the ring. So actually, let's go as Rob's making his entrance. Canyon starts cutting a promo, saying he's going to win his title back and then beat DDP at the pay-per-view. I like it. Nice and easy. Next thing I think I pretty much have to work out is who Lowdown is going to actually verse at the pay-per-view. Because I haven't really decided that yet. Honestly, I'm thinking Young Dragons, but I think they've versed them. Oh, maybe not. No, they haven't actually versed them. Alright, we'll do Young Dragons. I've finally decided on who I actually want to do. So, with that being said, I think I did the Jablonski boys on the pre-show. Was it the pre-show last week? I can't remember if it was the pre-show. It might not have been, actually. Anyway, we'll give Chaz the win. We can actually put them on the show now because D'Lo is considered important. I don't know where I can actually show you that says that, but yeah, apparently they're important now. So let's go for D'Lo and Chaz. And they can literally cut their promo on Jimmy and Kaz. We'll give everybody a little bit of success. I might even give Young Dragons a win on the pre-show, just to build their momentum up a little bit. Because I don't think either of them... yeah, so he's unimportant, and then Kaz is also unimportant. Their popularity is not bad, though. They're both... Well, Kaz is in the 20s. Jimmy's nearly at the 20s, so... Not terrible. Alright, what are we doing up next? We need to do something with Chavo. Do a tag team match. Let's do this. So let's have Columbo and O'Hare taking on the team of Chavo and his tag team partner, maybe Jindrak. Yeah, I think we'll go Jindrak because I want Colombo and O'Hare to actually get the win in this match. So Sean O'Hare will get the win. Jindrak can take the loss. Make it decisive as well, because it doesn't really need to be... We don't really need to keep Chavo strong, because he's got about the exact same popularity as both of them, so it works out. I will put the tag team titles on the line. Will I? Yeah, I will, because I think that'll actually be a decent match. And we'll have Chavo cutting a promo on Sean O'Hare and Chuck. Cool. They can both be off screen. We'll script Chavo as well. Chuck that one out there. We'll also chuck in the angle here for Dustin and Shane. I'll try and script them, I think, but yeah, doesn't look like it really matters, to be honest. Might even give that 8 minutes, to be fair. All right, what else we got? That's covered. Buff and Johnny. I'm sort of wondering how far Johnny is off actually becoming important or recognizable. He's got good popularity, he really does. I feel like he's probably only like 1 win away. But I can't really put him on the card unless I put him in a tag team match. Which is, it's rough. So what we'll do, I'm trying to think my way around this one. Let's go DDP and Johnny the Bull. Taking on the team of Sanders and Wee Wee. The 6 little minute match. Give Johnny the win. Make it decisive. And then we're going to have... I'll make Sanders the loser. And I think we'll have a distraction onto Johnny. And we'll just make that buff. What I might do is chuck that one there. And I want to actually have buff cut an angle onto Johnny the Bull as well. You know what? We'll go double entertainment. Go double entertainment on that one. That'll go post-match as well. I like that. Alright. So that gets DDP in there. I mean, Canyon's not really sort of involved in that match, but we don't want too much over-involvement, if that makes sense. I want to give Billy Kidman a match. And then we've also got the Cruiserweight title as well. Maybe I do Shane Helms and Billy Kidman. Too many tag team matches. Let's go a triple threat. We haven't done a triple threat in a while. So Billy Kidman. He can take on... maybe a Kevin Steen? Yeah, let's do Kevin Steen. Kevin Steen, and we'll grab another face. We'll go American Dragon. Realistically, it should be a pretty good match. I can even make it the high spots, really. I definitely can. Cool. I'll give it 6. I'm not going to go too crazy. Billy will get the win. Steen can take the loss. It's fine. So I'm probably going to build Steen up very soon. After we sort of get Chavo up to that upper mid-card level, I think Kevin Steen will be my next heel that I try and bring up from the lower mid-card. So that works out good. If anything, in this match, I want to have an interference by Torrie Wilson onto Kevin Steen, which doesn't directly lead to Kidman getting the win, but it helps him, and he's very confused, and that'll lead into the end of the pay-per-view for that storyline between Mike Awesome and Billy Kidman. So I like that. I think it's a good little way to go about it as well. We need to chuck some more angles in, so who are we missing off the show? Anyone? Got the cruiserweights, which I need to do something with. I literally might just do an angle with Shane Helms and Little Guido. I think that's not a bad little idea. And they're both not terrible for entertainment either, so give them a nice little angle. I might even kick the show off with an angle between Booker and Shane McMahon. Should be a pretty good angle. We still need more angles, so trying to think here. We can always just bump up a little bit of promo time. Bump this one up by 2 minutes, make it 8, and then bump this one up by 2, make it 8. Yeah, so we wouldn't be penalised there, but I think I want to chuck another angle somewhere. Who else haven't we used? Perception. Hennig. I mean, I could literally just do Hennig versus Morris at the pay-per-view. Just another match. Awesome's been left off as well. Let's go like this. Where are we? Alright, let's do this. I'm just going to go... This is a simple one, bit of a cheese. Mike and Torrie. I guess essentially I can have Billy off camera. Cool. Want to make that high spots. It might be too early in the card for this match. Potentially. With that said, I might actually lower these back down so I can fit another angle. Yeah, because I can fit another 6-minute promo in there. Storytelling or Wild Brawl? Make that the Wild Brawl, I think. Hopefully no injuries. And storytelling, very simple. The World Tag Team title match. I don't really want to make... Actually, no, I'm going to make that non-title. It doesn't make sense for me to just put the title... I know it's Chavo and he's kind of trying to beat the champions. Does that make sense? But I want people to earn the title opportunities. Except for maybe like the Cruiserweights. I'm not too fussed with them not really earning it, if that makes sense. But everyone else, like the world title, United States, tag team, I want them all to earn it. And I'm also thinking about bringing back the world television title, the world TV. That'll be soon. I might even bring it back for Starrcade. That could be a nice little tournament we run with the champion being crowned at Starrcade. A decent little idea. We're sort of bringing in more people now as well. Vader, Dustin. I'm going to be bringing in, obviously, Jarrett, and try and bring in Rey Mysterio Jr. as well. So they're 4 sort of upper mid-carders, main eventers, that are going to need something to do. If I can have that World TV title on every Nitro being defended by by someone like Johnny the Bull, for example, it'll sort of take a bit of TV time. Just 6-minute matches, 8-minute matches, nothing too serious because it's only the TV title, but it'll be good. It'll be good either way. I did say I wanted to do one more angle, didn't I? I think we're just gonna I'm just gonna do it. Kurt Hennig taking on Hugh Morris. So I'll just do a double entertainment angle for these two, and we'll just jam it on the show somewhere. It's not really to yeah, we can literally put it right there. Oh, and there's 3 sort of angles back to back there. 3 sort of angles back to back there. I mean, realistically, it probably should go a little bit later in the show anyway. There looks fine. That looks perfect. All right. That gets them on the show, gets our angles a little bit better, and it should be a good angle anyway, so yeah. All right. Anguish have got a good amount of popularity, so I don't really want to have them... Oh, Jimmy's actually got a lot of popularity. Maybe we will actually do that. I probably should have done that on the show. It's just that Super Crazy is still considered unimportant. He's sort of at that level with Johnny the Bull. Like they're on the verge. Trying to think. I mean, they can go Goldborn Mafia, but it's not going to really do anything. Let's go Anguish. Let's do it. It's only the pre-show. It's nothing too serious. Jimmy gets the win. The loser can be Psychosis. Done. Good pre-show tag team match. What else? Let's go Awesome. I just realized I didn't actually do anything with the cruiserweights. After all that, Awesome versus Kendrick. Nice little 12-minute pre-show match as well there for Mike Awesome. Getting a win. And then finally, got another tag team match with... Actually, I did. I gave them an angle. What am I talking about? Let's go Buff and Hennig taking on... Who have we got? Go with Joe and Punk. So Punk's got warm momentum. Interesting. And Hennig can get the win there too. Cool. That'll be our pre-show main event. The card looks really good for this go-home show. That's a big main event. All right, let's run it. So we get our 51 here for our pre-show tag team match. Young Dragons defeating Anguish in 12:15. And Jimmy Yang pins Psychosis with a corkscrew moonsault. It's a good tag team match. We then go into a 52. A bit of negative chemistry here as well. Mike Awesome defeating Brian Kendrick in 11:32 by pinfall with an Awesome Bomb. And yeah. Awesome and Kendrick don't seem to click, made for an awkward bout. And the pre-show main event getting us a 67 rating. We have Bagwell and Hennig defeating Samoa Joe and CM Punk in 12:07 when Kurt Hennig pinned Samoa Joe with a fisherman's suplex. Good match. All right. We then kick the show off with a 100 rated angle. Of course, Booker T and Shane McMahon talking about the main event tonight, taking on their respective opponents at the pay-per-view. Booker basically says, "Are you ready, Shane? Are you ready to get back in the ring? Take the suit off from being the authority figure around here, being the owner of WCW and getting in the ring, getting your hands dirty, and helping him beat Lance Storm and Dustin Rhodes. Good angle. We then go into another really good angle that I didn't think would be this good. We get a 55 rated angle here for Shane Helms and Little Guido cutting a promo on each other, leading into their World Cruiserweight title match. And I didn't script either of them, accidentally, and it actually paid off. They both did really well. A good mistake there to make. We then go into a 53 rated high spots match where we have Billy Kidman defeating Kevin Steen and American Dragon in 5:34 when Billy Kidman pinned Kevin Steen with a shooting star press. And during the match, we also had Torrie Wilson run in and attack Steen, which of course led to Billy getting the upper hand and getting the pinfall victory. We then go into an angle which gets a 42 rating where we have Torrie Wilson essentially trying to explain herself to getting involved to Mike Awesome. Of course, they are the new manager, wrestler couple, I guess. Not a couple, but obviously Mike probably wants that. Torrie doesn't look like she wants it so much. But she's explaining that she went out there with the purpose of costing Billy Kidman the match. And it unfortunately backfired. So when she says that, Mike seems a little bit happier about himself. He's like, okay, maybe she's coming around. All right, we then go in. Oh, that's the wrong Shane. You gotta love that. Anyway, it's good for Shane Helms, I guess. We get a 54 rated angle here. Dustin Rhodes, meant to be Shane McMahon, but it's Shane Helms. You know what? We can do something with this. We can fix this. I'm going to give them a match after the pay-per-view. So that'll pre-book that match for us, which I honestly didn't even mean to do. But that should have been Shane, and it should have been a much better angle than a 54. Anyway, we move on to a 62 rated match where we have DDP and Johnny the Bull defeating Mike Sanders and Kiwi in 5:44 when Johnny the Bull pinned Mike Sanders with a diving, spinning leg drop. And then during the match, we also had Buff come in and try and distract Johnny, trying to cost him the match without actually getting directly involved in the match. 62 is pretty good though. We then go into an angle which gets us a 60. We have Buff Bagwell and Johnny the Bull. Did I put Johnny as... I can't remember if I put Johnny as the as entertainment for this one. Either way, I guess I did because he underperformed, so he would have been on entertainment. Anyway, we move on to a 54 rated angle where we have Chavo Guerrero, thinking of Huey. Chavo cutting a promo on Palumbo and O'Hare prior to versing them in the next match. Tag team match getting a 57 where we have Palumbo and O'Hare defeating Chavo Guerrero Jr. and Mark Jindrak in 8:02 when Sean O'Hare pinned Jindrak with a senton bomb. Good match. Solid. I'm curious to see what this match is going to do because I feel like it could be in the 60s between O'Hare and Guerrero. We then go to our randomly thrown together upper mid-card match for the pay-per-view, getting us a 63 between Hennig and Hugh Morris. A 42 rated tag team angle here for Lowdown and Young Dragons, who will be facing each other at the pay-per-view. Essentially a number one contenders match for the World Tag Team titles. We then go into Lowdown's tag team match, getting a 46 rating here, where Lowdown defeat the Jablonski boys in 6:11 when Chaz pinned Dean with a cannonball senton. That's a good match, considering how bad the Jablonskis are and the popularity of everyone in this match. We then go into a 72 rated angle where we have Canyon and Rob Van Dam, and of course DDP off screen. Canyon's essentially cutting Rob's entrance short prior to doing the whole RVD gimmick. Canyon cuts it and says he's gonna win back his United States heavyweight title. Then he's gonna beat DDP at the pay-per-view. The match does very well. I should have expected it to really do something special. 78 rated match for two upper mid-carders. I mean, Canyon's probably one win away from actually being a main eventer, but he's not there yet. And we have Rob Van Dam drawing with Canyon in 10:02 following a double DQ. During the match, we had Sean Stasiak run in and attack RVD, and then we had Diamond Dallas Page also attack Canyon. So no title change there, and it is technically a draw. So it's a really good match, really good. All right, we then go into a 90 rated angle for the pre-main event. And yeah, Booker T lifting Lance Storm again. Luckily, Lance Storm improvised well without a script to follow. And we get a 90, so that's solid going into the pay-per-view for this storyline. And I think if we do another one of these prior to their match, maybe even just a Booker on Lance off screen, we'll be doing pretty well. The main event does really well. It does beat out the RVD Canyon match, where we had Booker T and Shane McMahon defeating Lance Storm and Dustin Rhodes in 15:50 when Shane pinned Lance with a diving elbow drop. Then obviously Booker T head and shoulders above everybody else in the match. And then negative tag team chemistry for Storm and Rhodes. So yeah, we won't be putting them in a tag team match again. But yeah, 79, solid. Beats out the pre-main event United States title match by 1 point. And a very solid 85 entering there for Booker. Shane with a 64, not terrible. All right, overall show rating. That is a big go-home show. 85 rated WCW Nitro. I think that might be our best Nitro rating we've ever got. I think that's our best rating. If that doesn't deserve a like, guys, I don't know what does. So smash the like button for this episode. We're going into the pay-per-view. It's always a good time. So increasing 14 regions and would have gained popularity in another Canada region. However, I think there's one of them that's got a bit of a lower importance. So Buff thinks Natty Neidhart has poor ring psychology. She's technically she does, but she's also not a wrestler at the moment. So really doesn't matter all that much if we're being honest, Buff. And yeah, you need to do better yourself, mate. So yeah, we get a 1.16, 875,000 viewers there. And we draw with Monday Night Raw. Or Raw is War. Because they get a 98. A 98 rated main event. How am I supposed to beat that? Stone Cold and The Rock defeating Undertaker and Kurt Angle. In the semi-main event, Triple H defeating Benoit, the Intercontinental title. Interesting that both of us put our mid-card titles on the line. Interesting. Anyway, size. We actually went up. We're up to 71s across the board. So we're slowly increasing towards that 77 we need to go up in size. To go from medium to big. Pretty cool. And we have crowd control in 5 days. Just want to take a little look at popularity before we actually go into that. So, Johnny the Bull's up to 32s. I think he's gone up maybe 1 point. Yeah. He's gone up 1 point. Not too bad. Not too bad. Lance, I think, might have gone down slightly. Actually, he's kind of gone up. He's gone up about a point or two. And he just took a pinfall loss in that main event. RVD has gone down. Gone up. He's gone up in the Northwest. Slightly. It's weird because He's gone up to 51 in the Mid-Atlantic, and then he's gone down to 50 in the Mid-South. So he's slightly lost a little bit of popularity, maybe as a result of that draw. I don't know. Either way, really doesn't matter too much. Shane didn't change. Shane McMahon. Chavo's about the same as well. And Booker's still pretty much 85 across the board. So we're looking good going into the pay-per-view. We are looking good indeed. I had one of the comments was to bring Cena in and have him be the new Goldberg, which I kind of like the idea of that, having him essentially go on an unbeaten run purely because of his star quality, which has actually gone up to 96, which is insane. I mean, if we build Cena up well enough, he could literally be our figurehead. I think he has more. Yeah, he's got more star quality than Booker. Could be interesting. He's only, what, 21, I think, Cena? 24. That's not terrible. He's only a light heavyweight as well, so I think we can hopefully bump him up. And with that bump up, we might get it up to 100. He's also a steroid user, so yeah. It is what it is. Anyway, that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. Make sure you drop a like. It'd be much appreciated. And, of course, consider subscribing as well. But apart from that, as always, take it easy and goodbye.